Good morning, everyone. For today's morning, I will be discuss about eduction, conversion, and obversion.
This is a kind of immediate inference where a new proposition is being formulated either by interchanging the subject and predicate terms of the original proposition or by the use of removal of negatives. So, when we say eduction, it is the way or it is the kind on how we can join force the two subject where is the subject and predicate when not moving any negatives or positive situation, or should I say we, we can get back the topic, or we cannot remove those topic in the sentence. Eduction, the sentence or the subject is being formulated, or should I say, it's being planned, or it's being
There are four kinds of eduction, namely conversion, obversion, contraposition, and inversion. First, conversion. This refers to the formulation of a new proposition by way of interchanging the subject and predicate terms of an original proposition. So, when we say conversion, it is the formulation, or it is the form of a sentence, or should I say, it is not being planned, or it is not being in the book, or it's not being list. They are being planned on how they can collab, or how they can join force the subject and predicate of the sentence in their original topic or original form. Conversion have two parts, namely converted and conversed. Converted, the original proposition, and the converse, the new proposition. Example, no fish is a mouse. Converted, no mouse is a fish. So, when we say in the PowerPoint, in the first example, the fish is the subject and the mouse is the predicate. And in the next example, the mouse become the subject while the fish is the predicate. So they are converted into subject and into predicate. Two kinds of conversion: the simple and partial conversion. Simple conversion is a kind of conversion where the quantity of the converted is retained in the converse. So, sinful conversion. It is the kind of conversion that the amount of an subject that we convert will become continue in the converse, and it will become have a collaboration or joint force of of the two subject. We have four types of categorical proposition: the e, o. Only and can be simply converted. Examples: no men are mortals, no mortals are men. Some mortals are men, some men are mortals. So, in the examples, we can see that there's an changes. There's a subject and predicate to happen. Like there have an converted of subject. If only and are converted, it follows that e and o cannot be converted by simple conversion. An a proposition cannot converted by simple converted because the quality of predicate is term converted, which is particular, which becomes the subject term in the converse, which now becomes universal, cannot be retained. Yes, of course, the E and O will cannot be converted because the E and O are letters, not only the vowels, that are very difficult to convert into the sentence. Because in E proposition, the E is cannot be converted into simple. It is because of many amounts of their subject said about to express. Because when we say converted, it is particular. When we say particular, it should one person will be considered or one person is being referred. And when we say in the subject terms in converse, converse is now become universal. It considered all are referred to this, but it cannot be continued or retained in the subject matter. Example, all dogs are animals. All animals are dogs. Like an E proposition and O proposition cannot be simply converted, the reason is that subject term of the converted being made, the predicate term of the negative proposition will be changed from a particular term to universal term. So we cannot convert. The reason is the term encountered is being created into the predicate and they cannot be to stop because it's being planned or the proposition to change the subject into a particular term to universal because it is being planned, they are processing it, so we cannot convert it into another proposition or into another subject. So we cannot get back in get back there get back in their form or in their original. Example, some birds are not animals. Some animals are not birds. Partial conversion. This is a kind of conversion where the quantity of the converted is reduced from universal to particular. When we say partial, the amount of converted proposition is will be minimized or will be decreased into the universal uh, to particular. In this case, the conversion of the less converted subject will become lessened because of using the universal and particular conversion. Like for examples, all computers are gadgets. Some gadgets are computer. No computers are robot. Some robots are not computers. Obversion. This is a kind of eduction where a new proposition is formulated by retaining the subject term and the quantity of the original proposition. So, when we say obversion, this is a kind or this is a process of eduction that new proposition will be formed or will be list or will be shown and will be continue in the subject form, and it will not have an converted to happen on the subject, and all those quantity or amount of subject will all originate